Welcome to the all-new Tour Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes. This is the 78th edition of the race formerly known as the Critérium du Dauphiné, and this year's route is particularly testing. It's an important one for riders who are building towards the Tour de France. And indeed, all eyes this week are on French teen sensation Paul Sexas as he prepares for his highly anticipated Tour debut in July. The 19-year-old, a big favourite after his superb spring, featuring wins in the Basque Country and at Flèche Wallonne. Our preparation went really well. I'm on good form and we've got a strong team. We're ready for it. There's just Matthew who was a bit ill this morning, perhaps food poisoning or something, we're not sure. It's not contagious at any rate. We just hope that he can make it through the stage. But the rest of us are all on form. Among Sexas's main rivals will be Matteo Jorgensen, the two-time Paris-Nice champion, and Isaac Del Toro, winner of the UAE Tour and Tirreno Adriatico this year. However, both riders suffered injuries in the spring and are uncertain about their shape heading into a demanding week.
I've never broken a bone, so I don't know what the recovery is like for me and how much it affected me, but I think I'm in good shape, and definitely on this team we go to races to win, and I think we're here to win.
Del Toro lines up as number one in the absence of defending champion Tadej Pogacar, while Juan Ayuso is also one to watch despite crashes and illness earlier this season.
When we race, you always race to win, but then you have to see, what's your level, and obviously what's the level of the riders. And again, I've been a long time without competing, so for sure, especially I think today is going to be a big shock for me, and that's going to be a really hard day for me. So, I mean, that's why we're here now, to have the shock here and not at the Tour.
The GC battle starts today with 5 categorised climbs and more than 3,000 metres of elevation gain. The final climb of the Côte de Roussy is the hardest of the lot, 8.2k at 7.6%, topping out with just over 20k to go. Well, with that team time trial looming, there was no guarantee the big favourites would want to win today and have to defend the leader's jersey tomorrow, so the breakaway had a real opportunity. 10 riders going clear, including the German champion Georg Zimmermann and some decent French climbers, Clément Brazafonso, Matteo Verschi and Alex Baudin. They were joined by the champion of New Zealand, George Bennett, whose NSN team are hunting stage wins this week.
We all want to go for stages. We have to, forget anything of the GC, and it's a bit of a practice run for the Tour de France for a few of us. You want to practice getting in breakaways and just riding those finals again. So, it starts today with an opportunity, and I mean, there's a very small chance it survives, but you still have to be there in case.
The breakaways lead was never much more than 2 minutes today, and riders began to drop as they hit the climbs, notably the Côte de Quay en Chartreuse, 2.3 kilometres at a punishing 9.2%. Well, Sergio Samitier was first over the summit, while further back, Decathlon were pacing the peloton for Sexas, who had lost a key climbing lieutenant in Matthew Riccatello. The American, who, as we heard, was suffering with illness, was forced to abandon. By the top of the next climb, the Col de Vence, there were only 3 men left at the front: Brazafonso, Bennett and Baudin. The gap coming down as other teams started to get involved in the chase, including UAE, Ineos and Idle-Trek. Could this leading trio hold on? Well, the gap was down to around 45 seconds as they embarked on the Côte de Roussy, an ideal springboard this for late attacks. And with the bunch closing in, Alex Baudin made his move, leaving Bennett and Brazafonso in his dust. Well, riders were also getting dropped in the peloton, notably Danny Martinez, the only former winner on the start list this year. Baudin doing a superb job as he pulled around a minute clear of the peloton. More riders now trying to bridge across. UAE's Kevin Vermaak getting a small gap but not going far because Baudin was simply having one of those days. The EF Education Easy Post man securing himself the polka dot jersey at the summit and also named the day's most combative rider, but he was eyeing up a bigger prize, his first World Tour victory. The man in pink flying down this descent and entering the final 10k with over a minute in hand. Well, meanwhile, there was a little GC action as a group broke away from the peloton and caught Vermaak. Kevin Vauquelin was in there with his Ineos teammate Oscar Onley, 4th at last year's Tour de France, as well as Luc Plapp and Ben Tulit. Sexas, Ayuso and Del Toro all missed the move, so they were chasing hard to limit the damage. But either way, the day belonged to Alex Baudin.
What a day for the Frenchman to ride on home territory in the pink of EF Education Easy Post. It has been an audacious attack by Alex. He really has shone today on the roads to the home of Bernard Thévenet. A bold and brave move by Alex Baudin, his first World Tour win.
Well, Baudin finally landing his first major victory after a fabulous solo. This the third win of his career and the first at World Tour level. The 25-year-old from Albertville striking at his home race and becoming the first leader of the Tour Auvergne-Rhône-Alpes, taking every distinctive jersey to boot. I don't know if it's sunk in yet. I only believed it with 500 meters to go. I could feel the tears coming. I knew that I'd done it, but I don't even know what to say. It's absolutely crazy. Baudin winning by 32 seconds, with Belgian youngster Ramses De Bruyne leading in the rest. In the end, the Only group only put 12 seconds into the Sexas group. Overall, Baudin leads De Bruyne and the rest by 32 seconds. Due to the difficulty of the course this year, there will be no bonus seconds handed out, either at the intermediate sprints or the stage finishes. Well, Baudin putting together quite the collection of jerseys today. He also leads the points classification, although De Bruyne will wear green tomorrow. Baudin also picked up 14 King of the Mountains points today, so he also holds the polka dots. Saint-Ismier will wear it on his behalf on stage 2. The day's winner also our best young rider, and with De Bruyne already in green tomorrow, third place Leo BISIAUX will take the white jersey on stage 2. And stage 2 is like a one-day classic, 234 kilometres and over 3,500 metres of climbing. Do join us for that on Monday, and thanks for watching.